Whoa, it's Wulzy. Welcome back to the Geometry Dash level request video. In this video, I'm going to play level request until I send 15 levels to Rubtop. The last time I did this was 10 levels and it ended up being a 23-minute video. I don't know how long this one's going to be. First level is Fly Away by Flaky GD. While the song's downloading, make sure you check the link in the description to request your level. There's a Google form that is reset with every video that I upload, so make sure you re-request Fly Away by Flaky GD. Let's go. Okay, we have a moody intro. I really like the glow there. That's a really nice intro. Love the radial blur. These blocks are super clean. These orbs that move up are pretty short-sighted, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this black base block design kind of eats. Really like the switch up here. The rotating assets as we go through the portal, super nice. These particles are so good too. I love that giant star and the way that we hit the orb to transition into there. These designs look a little bit more flat. I prefer the color variation as opposed to the bricks that share a lot of the same colors. Oh, I thought that was a block. Okay, I am blind apparently. I love the fact that a lot of this level is based on slopes and we're going so far up and down. It fits with the song. The guitars lead like a very strong sense of exploration here, I feel. Or at least like a lot of motion. And I feel like I get that from the level, so this is cool. I can barely see these spikes in the foreground. I might just not be looking for them, but I'm trying to read the text and look at the background and look at the spikes at the same time. It's kind of a mishmash. You all know how I feel about just placing spikes at the bottom of the level. This is at least a 10, starting off like fresh out the gate. Probably a 7. I'll give it a 7 feature, why not? Next up, we have Schnitzel Bomb by Harsh here, using Reeds by Ocular Nebula. Okay, right off the bat, these colors are pretty interesting. I think the line is a strange choice immediately, because what I see is a lot of shading, and then the line is just bright white. It's kind of distracting from the overall aesthetic you've got with the particles and the background that's grayscale and stuff. I like that these blocks are signposted with the outlines showing. That dash orb, however, does not have much to show that it's a curve, other than that tiny low opacity structure that I'm hitting my head off. But this is really nice color-wise so far. It's very original in that sense. I like the movements on the blocks, the snap away from the middle. The designs look nice here. This background has been going for a little while now. It's the same kind of background in this part. Interesting. Okay, I would ask for more switch ups in that sense, but I really like what you've done with the low opacity overlays here and there for the decoration, like the lights shining, etc. This part, oh my goodness, there is a lot going on right now. The decoration in the middle doesn't impress me as much as it has in the beginning due to the lack of a background here. Another thing is that it goes for more of a design style with the chains in the blocks and the white spikes at the bottom. It's just a big switch up for the level to take, and I'm not sure if it really flows well altogether. This is a big style switch too. Nice area move here, very simplistic part. Oh my goodness, this part looks like a spike on the bottom, and the structure is obviously roofed so you can't jump. Just very strange placement of a spike there. The structuring feels a little bit repetitive. It looks like the same structure was copy pasted and flipped upside down and then reversed a lot, and I think it leads to some interesting choices with the gameplay that don't entirely flow well, but this design is beautiful. Love the particles, love the simplistic background here. I'm gonna give this a rating send, I think, because each part looks pretty interesting on its own. Apart from maybe the spider, I'm not really huge on that. There were a lot of colors going on at once. It just didn't hit for me in that part, but the rest was pretty cool. I would definitely recommend trying to commit to a style and a vibe for the entire level rather than switching it up so much. But next up, we have Amp It Up by Block Base. Grayscale beginning. Really like the contrast in this design. This looks super cool. The glow looks nice so far. Lots of pillars here. I would try and break up the structuring into different sections, which you have done for the most part, but I see a lot of copy paste with saws, etc. I like that death effect, how it all goes into black. That's really neat. When it's grayscale, I can't entirely see which portal is which, by the way. Just camera angle, cool. Okay. Gameplay good at this part. Like it a lot. I would just maybe try and build it up rather than just putting spikes in the ground, like underneath the block. I would recommend using different ground spikes and maybe building the structures down. Makes the level feel more built up and structured rather than a lot of floating blocks. I think you could do good stuff. Now that's a lot of shaders. Next up, we have Deep Blue Sea by Time Red. The song is Blue Sea by Midi Duck. Oh my goodness, this is such a great first impression. Holy crap. The clean art. It's very simple, but it's presented so well. It looks so good just to fade in like that. Love the background here with the buoy and the boats. Oh my goodness, this water is so clean too. Love the clouds and how it's going cloudy and dark and rainy here. This glow looks so good, and the particle overlay. Love this, dude. Oh my gosh. Nice transitions from part to part. The gameplay is very cool. It's very unique. Whoa, I just fell. Just love how spaced out this feels. It really lets the art shine. Just super clean so far. Really liking this. Oh my goodness. Holy energy burst. This is sick. Love the wave and the lightning. The camera work is so good. We're going underwater? That swing is so cool. What? Mind-bending camera controls. Oh my gosh, this is nutty, dude. This level picked up so fast. Oh my goodness. I thought this was going to be a cute little chill level. This gameplay is perfect. Wow. Oh my goodness, we're flying off into the sunset, literally. What? What killed me? Blue A. Blue A? Blue... Deep blue. Was I supposed to go further off the screen there? I think the practice mode bugged. I'm so sorry. This is getting an epic rating from me. I think it's a 9-star. I'm not gonna lie. It says 10, but that was very sight readable. I think this is a 9 epic. Okay, I'm gonna go to this person's video link. This looks extremely hard. I love this design of the offset though. This is really cool. The structuring is insane. How there's so many small diamonds and structures and variations here. There are a lot of different designs on the screen at once. A lot of different colors, a lot of different pulses. I love the fact that the soul blades are incorporated in such a creative way instead of being slapped on as an afterthought like most levels. And I love the fact that the level is squished into the bottom of the screen here. That's just so creative, hitting the blue orb as well. I like how adventurous this is. We have a duel here, lots of black colors and pulses, but they look super good. Normally it's pretty hard to use black without the level getting like obscured, but that looks so good. Like these blocks right here, they look different every frame. That's just so satisfying. I'm pretty sure this song is copyrighted, so I'm not really giving this level room to breathe and like go with the song. But this looks so cool. Just, it feels like I'm going through a GD gallery with a bunch of different designs. It's reminiscent of Core in a way, with like Majako, Lugia, etc. Really cool stuff. I like the energy it has all the way through too. Very cool. The song for this level is not on Newgrounds. There are a lot of large-scale objects that feel kind of slapped on top like these fire objects, but I actually quite like how they texture the level. It's pretty unique. I am sending this. Misty Rose by Nick Ver. Roses are red, violets are blue, but there's one rose that is misty for you. Verified by Zeronium. Oh my goodness, this is going to be an extreme demon, isn't it? Back to back? Really? You wouldn't do this to me, right? Love the glow usage straight away, and the bouncy easing works super well in this part. Oh my goodness, the repetition in the song is so well represented there. Love the effect here with the lines, and I love how far up and down the screen we're going. My biggest gripe with a lot of levels is how static they feel and how much they just use the middle of the screen to make you straight fly through, but this just feels super creative. I really like this glow beam. It's very overdone, but I really like it in this level. Love this outside effect on the screen that's spinning super fast around us. This masking effect is super cool with the shards inside the blocks, and the fast moving spikes are insane. Oh my goodness, that screen split was very intense. I'm not sure if I'm fond of how sharp these lines are kept in the level. Feels a little bit unpolished because I'm used to associating those kind of... Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Totally get what it's going for. It's going with like a stripe screen effect right there. I like it. That destruction effect is so cool. I really like the music sync in this. This is phenomenal. Oh my goodness, in the last video I didn't actually send anything for Epic, but I'm probably gonna send 2 in the first 5 sends of this video. Holy crap. This is insane. Love the designs all around. Let me go back and talk about some of the effects here. The wavy style is super cool here, and I like that the decoration is still recognizable. You have a rose right here. You can tell what everything is despite the wavy screen. Just love how this level comes in for the drop. The speed lines are super creative rather than just using scan lines like the part in the center does, like right here. I'm not a fan of these as much, but I really like the background ones. These feel a lot more creative. It feels like we're going faster. It feels like it's distorting the level more than just straight lines across. Just love the colors. It really helps break up the colors too, instead of it just being one big long gradient. But the gray sections in the middle are super cool too. Do you have to avoid that portal? That's kind of insane. Holy, look at this. You go in between the portal and the block. That's so cool. And the screen goes grayscale in the transition. Just things that you have to pause to notice. Super cool. I really like this distortion effect too. Wow, these parts are really not getting any time to breathe, but they all look so cool together because of how fast the level progresses and moves forward. Goodness, that is a jam-packed level. Holy crap. Represents the song so well. You already know. With my 1% in practice mode, I'm going with an epic demon raid. Pushing forward, locked in by Swoopy using lock out. Haha, I get the name pun. That's by locking, okay? Decent design level. I like that transition into the ship portal. Gameplay is very cool so far. I like the colors as well. The fact that it's kind of shaded off. I did not know this block was going to move. Interesting. Oh, you have to time this right. 5, 6, 7. Yes, okay. That's nice. This gameplay is pretty good. I would just maybe indicate that that block's going to move a bit better. These colors are really nice too, with the glow over the top. Feels a little bit static with the fast speed and not much movement from the blocks. Particles are kind of doing some heavy lifting in regards to the energy that this level has. I think there's some detail here that's kind of just slapped in between the objects to fill the space. Overall, this level presents itself pretty well. I love these chasms where we've got some ground spikes that are just being colored by the gradient over the top. That's nice. Transitions are mostly a cube on black screen as well, I have to notice. It feels a little bit abrasive because of that. And I can't entirely see where I'm supposed to be going in the ship section as I get there. that. And maybe just brush up on a couple of visibility things here. Now, these textures are fantastic. I love how this block choice really complements the texture in the background. I would maybe do some more creative pulsing as well, just to indicate different sections of the song, because you could probably just throw in any section of this level to any section of the song and it would just feel the same. Wave parts like this also feel very similar to the ones that I was just gassing up. Oh, that screen on the left zooming towards me is pretty cool. I like that. This level's decent. My main critique here is just fix the transitions between each part and just signpost a few things a little bit more clearly, because this plays super well for the most part, and if you just went the extra mile with the polishing, it would just be such a hit. I'd also change the pulses just to make things more climactic. I'm thinking a Rate Demon Send. Okay, next, Walmart Squared by Jirach using Ivory Dance by Affinity. Okay, simple level. I just jumped right over the pad, my mistake. I love the glow on the edges of these blocks. This color scheme is really nice to look at. Dude, these movements are sick too. I love how varied they are and deliberate they are to move them into the correct place. Oh my gosh, I was not supposed to do that, I think. Good block choices for the most part, even if it does look a bit simplistic in the blocks and the background. It's cool. Using a blue orb to go into the ship for the spider, that's very thoughtful. I like the subtle pulses here too. Very deliberate movements transitioning the parts on and off. Opening the clubstep monster with that orb, very satisfying. I'd just like to see a little bit more detail in this, because it feels like a lot of the detail is barely visible or just underdeveloped. Like right here, there's no ground spikes or anything. And I think the backgrounds could be pushed a little bit further. Okay, this is a big step up. The layering here makes all the difference, right? Being creative in that sense can really help push your level a bit further. But I see the Nejfu influence here. It's kind of all over the place stylistically. I think it has a little way to go just to develop its own style and make it feel a bit more cohesive. Next up, The Glob by Yuchan6788 using Circumnavigating the Glob. I think it's meant to be Globe. Maybe it is Glob. Let's go. Ooh. Old style here. This is very reminiscent of 2.0 work with the layering and the blocks and just block combinations overall. Oh, this is nostalgic. I love the colors here. They work so well. Each detail gets its own little color to stand out and pop out on its own if you look at it. Yeah, very cool designs here. Oh my goodness, those soul blades move extremely quickly. Jeez. The rainbow block usage is pretty cool too. Dude, I haven't played a level that looks like this, I don't think, in years. This is insane to me. Very well replicated here. It's actually a good level too. Oh my goodness. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Insane dual part. Holy crap, it plays well too. This level is kind of gas. I actually really like it. The transitions on the screen go a long way too. This is well decorated. I like it. I would maybe change a couple of the spikes in the beginning because they just feel kind of off, and it makes it look a bit more amateur than the level really is. Like the way you develop the style throughout this level made it more and more convincing as I was playing through. First impressions are everything. I'd probably just make things look a little bit more consistent at the start compared to the end. Smoothing out a couple of movements too. It's very varied too. I like how much it switches up its design and its color scheme. Let's give it an 8 rating because it's a little bit outdated, but it plays well. It's nice. It made me happy. Moving on to Variegated by Desancton using Karai Trick Room. Ooh, cool transition at the very beginning. Nice. Great energy right off the bat. Love these structures. Oh gosh, this might be a little bit difficult. You gotta jump really late to hit those greens. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm gonna watch the video that they linked me. Straight energy right at the beginning. I love the color switches here, the rising particles in the background, and I like this foreground that goes in front and behind the blocks. It really sticks out. And I like how it's reused in this section, but with a different color scheme. It uses the dark background to emphasize the height that you get because it's black and white here, but then as you transition, it goes completely black with more colors. So it's really progressing the level forward. Wow. Okay, this section feels more like a simulation. Look at these flashing blocks. That's insane. Using such bright colors after very gradually leading the level into color is a very bold choice, but it works super well with the insane progression in this song here. I really like how this feels. The screen encloses and widens up. That just feels so dynamic. There's no way I was ever going to be able to play this. That's a lot of levels I'm watching in this video, but that's insane, dude. Look at the energy burst here and the little intermission here. That is so nicely timed. Goes into black screen and then throws up the arrows on the top and bottom. Looks so satisfying. They're just gradually moving to the right and the background opens up and redoes this energy. That's so cool. I guess this section is repeated 4 times, but I'm not complaining. I think it's really sick and it really helps emphasize the power that the pod has, kind of throwing you in and out. Okay, cool section that feels a lot more opened up and flowy when the song branches out. I love this lit fuse-esque background with the shards in the background. It looks so cool, and the desaturated colors that we've been seeing pretty much all the way through the level just feel super in tune. Because remember, early on we had the desaturated colors here. In the most intense spots it's extremely colorful, but then to close the level, we're going back into the bright section. I love those diamonds that got over the top of the level right here. That's so cool. I love the orbs and the portals that we've been seeing as well. Just makes it super satisfying, making you click as soon as you change into a different game mode. Masterfully done, honestly, I gotta say. I think for this slight bit of repetition, I'm still gonna give this a featured rating rather than an epic, but still insane. Onward, we have TTT1 by Eiswonker, using Rectrium by Yagru. Dude, nothing here makes sense. The vast sky. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Okay. Smooth. I like that transition in. This is very simplistic. I dig the movements overall. The particles in the background are a nice touch. That blue pad is extremely troll. This is really interesting. It has such a unique feeling to it. Wow. Okay. I'll put a J block on this block just to stop me from jumping right after I click the orb. But this is neat. I dig it. Oh, just feels so open and unique right here. I'll probably have a couple of bigger structures around the edges, even if it's going for like a simplistic vibe. That's a neat transition. What the heck? Yo, love the rotating deco. Soul blades look super cool. Where are we going? This is really insane. It's making me lose my mind a little bit. It's a little overly simplistic in sections like these, but it feels so smooth. I can't help but like it. I think the designs could have something a little bit more to them. I just skipped that part and got punished for it. Like, look, you've got some cool little stylistic writing there. I think what could be happening is a slight progression within each part where there's maybe a few structures that appear or something in the background that catches your eye. Because I do think this section at the start is very long. I just think each part could do a little bit more to keep my attention. Let's just keep going. Sleep Talk by Layla Game using Sleepwalk by Nelwood. Interesting. Nice colors straight away. Oh my gosh, it's another one. I'm gonna have to watch the video. Dude, you keep sending me like impossible levels. I quite like the colors here. There's a lot to process here. Some of the objects have a lot of contrast, like these black outlines and the stars, but some of them are just let to be just completely bright with no outline. Feels very strange having an inconsistency there. I love how hazy that transition is right there. Even if the screen does just become one simple color, I still think it's really interesting having that kind of transition rather than a black screen. I like the fade on there. These structures are insane. I love the mix of styles here. Nothing really clashes either, apart from maybe just the simplistic saw blades. I don't know if I really like how they've just been kept default right there, but the color switches are definitely making up for it. And I like the consistency in these transitions, how they're using the same blocks for each part. Same thing again here. The outlines are very dark and we've got a lot of bright blocks, which is kind of strange to look at overall. And I think this looks a little bit static other than the little loops that are placed on the saw blades. And I really like these swinging light bulbs. I think those are super neat. I like the color switches and all, but I would probably move the blocks a little bit just to make it feel a little bit more dynamic, because a lot of this just feels very clustered and I think moving it could help. Like, you see that transition, the layers on the blocks kind of move away. I think something like that could be maybe looped throughout the pod just to make it feel a little bit more loose, because it just feels quite tight and congested a lot of the time. But the designs are great. Love the backgrounds overall. The block transitions on and off the screen. That's good song representation right there. Very simplistic, but it works. And that's a cool end screen showing each part. That's really cool. I dig it. Dude, at this rate, my 15 level video is going to be shorter than my 10 level video. Feature Demon. Moving on, we have Mile by Nidza Cool. Ooh, I like these outlines. This is such a cool style, dude. Love this bold outline. It's switching colors here with the invert. That's sick, dude. And I love how this background is kind of unwrapping. Mile. Oh, this style is so cool. It feels like a mix of cyber and modern. Look at this. We have such interesting breaks in between each part here. There's a lot to anticipate with every single part. I never know what to expect. Okay, there's something moving or transitioning every single second here. I love that rainbow curve there with all of the layers. This is so cool. The colors are switching up all the time, but this just feels so cohesive because of how well it's put together. I love the layering. It's just so sick. It's a little bit clustered at times, but it just feels like a glitch in the simulation whenever it happens, you know? It's just so fire. There's more? How do you even have enough ideas to fill up this entire level, dude? That's so cool. I love the rainbow contrast with the black and white for the most part. The layered movements are so consistent as well. Like, it's just so impressive. I don't know. Wrong! I thought that was the end of the level. Holy crap, that level has got so much going on. I'm gonna give this a 4-star epic. Alright, we have Deviate 130 by Kenzo. Ooh, this is a good first impression. Love the coloring here. The giant eyeball with the spiral. How are you making the death sequence longer for me? What? I like this green and purple flash here. That's very sick. The gameplay is cool. I like the shape of the spikes. This is very well presented so far. Nice. I really like the spiral in the background. Ooh. We have like an intermission style of gameplay where we're playing for a second and then it goes to black screen. This is pretty neat. Oh, this ship section is super flowy. I love the curvy lines on the bottom of the screen. This gameplay is super good too. Wow, so interesting how these movements work and how I'm able to read it. Redacted, that's funny. Oh my gosh, dude. Every time I die, I have to wait like 5 million seconds. I'm just gonna spam that button. I just don't feel like waiting so long after every death, especially in practice mode. I would recommend you turn that off. What I do really like about this level, by the way, is the neon outlines and the glitch effects you've been using. It's a very defining aspect of the level. And I just wish it was applied to more decoration surrounding the blocks, because I feel like this level could go a lot further with the ideas it puts down. I just think it would be super cool to see how you would work with different layers here. Nice transition with the white screen. Classic red and blue flash here. Love it. Yeah, with this, it's cool. I'm just looking to see more detail. It's really fun though. Oh, wow. You have to get that key to disable the laser. Like, look how long I have to wait just to replay, dude. Come on. It just feels very unique to play, and I like that from it. But yeah, the fact that I can just fly under a lot of the level here is quite concerning. It's a good start though. Deviate 130. I really like the level name and the color schemes you've used. I'm probably not going to send this one though, unfortunately. Next, we have Destiny by Random Cool Kid. Ooh, cool intro with that overlay. I love the colors in this part. I like the rain. Is the ship gravity increased? It feels like maybe it's decreased. I love the pillars here too. Cool foreground, and I like that particle that's transitioning me on and off. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. So immersive. The colors are amazing. The slight glow over the blocks as well. Destiny, that's a cool transition. Oh, love the particles over the top of the screen. Very neat. Now we have a sunset section. The camera work is pretty good. This part feels a little bit more underdeveloped compared to the polish of the rest. I was really impressed by a lot of the transitions, but there's big open sections like these where the orbs are just undecorated and have no like roots anywhere. And the structures are just very simple pillars that don't really do anything around the outsides of the screen. But I've liked the designs all the way around so far. I think I'm gonna give this a rating. Let's give this a 6 rating. I would just like to see the ending be a little bit more developed. Next up, we have Beyonder by Idyllic using Johnny Castaway by Dunder Petrolin. Nice intro where we float down from the ceiling. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Yes, these colors are amazing. I love the bricks here and the subtle movements on the blocks, the rising particles. Yes, this looks so good. The glow usage is just top notch, dude. Big fan of this style. I wish I could build like this, to be honest. Good contrast from the background without making the colors like super polar opposites. I think the glow usage really helps tie it together. Nice. Nice little woodland section. I love the leaves on the trees and stuff. The night sky at the top is a good contrast too. And I just love how we keep switching scenes, going down or up into sections that feel connected. It's just a really convincing experience so far. I really like this one. Okay, we're going down again. You see what I mean? One thing I don't like is when you miss an orb and you just get instantly killed. I think there's more creative ways to fix a transition like that than just putting an invisible object that gets toggled off if you actually do the gameplay correctly. I just think it's kind of lame to do that, you know what I mean? That being said, I love how this whole thing comes together. Wow! Just love these bright colors that contrast to the darker tones in the level. Makes it feel very magical. Love the rising bubbles too. We're only 60% of the way through. Dude! That red and blue contrast is just so striking. So beautiful. I love how all of the blocks are on the bottom half of the screen too. Lets the background shine, makes the composition interesting, but also lets the blocks do their own thing. Okay, the camera's rising into the moon. Cool transition. Wow. And we're just looking over at the castle. Beyonder. Super cool level. Inspired by all of these people. Jeez! Oh, those are levels. My bad. Dedicated to Wulzy! Let's put an 8 feature. Woof! Out by Matto. Let's go. Little descent here on these blocks. I like how the camera goes stationary. That's super sick. Nice entrance. Okay. Texture on the background kind of reminds me of like a groovy wallpaper. You know what I mean? Feels kind of menacing too. It's probably the song that's doing it for me. I like these spikes that are moving in the foreground. This is cool. What I would maybe do is try and make the colors less loud, because there's a lot of outlines on top of outlines. I like the use of that shader to like really burst us into the part. That's so cool. And I like this glitch effect too. I just think by reducing some opacities and putting some like shader glow underneath some of the blocks, probably break them apart from the background a little easier. But this is getting better and better the more I play. Yeah, you got the opacity thing down now. This is so unique. Okay, cool section. That is a super late timing. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Nice, satisfying part. I love how you stretch those little whirlwind objects. Oh my goodness. This is cool. Like the camera rotation here. It really goes the extra mile to make this part more intense than the other parts. It's so cool. And I like the radial blur too. I'd maybe tone it down here and there just to make it feel a little bit more in tune with the level, because it kind of feels like it's just put on top compared to if you change the values, making it more or less opaque at sometimes, it would feel like you've deliberately chosen it to emphasize certain points, you know? Cool gameplay. I think you have potential as a creator. That's so cool. A little bit more polished before I send it, but that was sick. Okay. Okay, Asiru by 4-1000. Let's go. Ooh, cool slow rise. I really like the transitions into the level that these levels are doing, actually. Super cool. Nice pinwheel level. I really like the colors here. Pretty cool. I would put some deco into the foreground here, just so the whole of the decoration doesn't fade into obscurity here. I could also recommend some color changes. Make certain pieces of deco visible at some times instead of it all being visible. Because I really like the textures you've made, but I think you can push it further with some alpha or pulsing effects. Block design is super neat. I would just suggest switching the blocks or the way you've colored them every so often. Yeah, like this. Just do this more often because then the level feels a little bit different every time. But it's a nice, simple level. I really like it. I throw out every single criticism I could possibly think of. I'm so sorry. This is a cool level. Next, we have Rest Balloons by LYRX98F. 52. That's a super cool death transition. Ooh, okay, I like the vertical height we're getting there. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to watch a video for this because it's super fast paced and there's a lot of going up and down and it feels quite learny. We're watching a widescreen mobile recording that is slightly low quality, but is it okay? I can see the essence of the level. The background with the slopes looks super cool. I really like the coloring of the objects. Yeah, you see what I mean? I am not reading all of this, but the shaders are super cool. This is so neat. The structuring is so unique how it goes so sloped on the sides and connects to blocks that are so much further down. It's really hard to pull this kind of thing off, so I'm really impressed with this so far. I like the camera work. I love how the objects are going down at the side. I don't even know what shader you've used to get that effect, but the hexagons in the background are super neat as well. Love the colors all around. It just feels super hallucinated. You know what I mean? Like the transitions where the hue changes. Oh my gosh, this is eye candy, dude. Look at this wavy background. I love this. This is so inspiring. Levels like these just feel completely unique. I also quite dig the camera being so zoomed out. I feel like that's an insane aesthetic for the level to have, considering how many different colors are on screen. I feel like it's a great choice for you to do that. And these giant rotating structures are insane too. Like that is just inconceivable. That's so cool. Very cool level, dude. Because I couldn't read the gameplay, I think I'm gonna put 10-star feature demon. It's like borderline epic. I can't really get my head around the gameplay. Let's go. I dragged my feet by Cornelius02. Cornelius! I know this level, right? This is this. Oh my goodness. There's no way this is on the end. Look, genuinely, it's just here on the form. Hack695 made a level in 5 days and showed the process of trying to get it featured. I'm pretty sure this is the level that was in that series. That's so cool. Love the text sync and how the screen opens and we play a little bit of the level and we transition into the clouds. I love connected parts where the clouds for this section are the transition for the part. And the font change is super neat. I love the movements. They are so smooth. Look at this. Overlays and everything. Love the color scheme. The gradients are so satisfying. This is just such a nice play. I'm not gonna lie. It's just super fun. Oh my goodness, that's a nice transition. Super cool technical section where the background goes darker to match the feel of the song. And I love the little objects that change in their color, like a dippy. It's so cool. This part is slightly drawn out, but it's cool because it leads into that transition, which leads into this wave section with a few copy-pasted structures, but a very unique layout here where the object is moving towards us and you're shown where to go. That's so hype. Cornelius, I'm gonna finish your mission. Even if you couldn't get it rated in 5 days, you're gonna get it rated eventually. This is an epic 4-star. Come on. And with that, that is the 15th level of this video. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much for watching this Geometry Dash level request video. Check the links in the description. Leave a like and subscribe and have a good day. 20 levels next time.